Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 5 of QTech. Last episode we set up our digital miner. It has, I think we started with something like 7,000 ores to mine in a, what's the radius? I think it's a 32 block radius, right? I can't open the config while it's running, I guess. But I think it's a 32 block radius and it's basically mining every piece of ore in that area. Once it's done with that, we'll have to move it. But until then, it'll just pull those ores out of the ground. However, we're not running it at full speed. I only have 4 of 8 potential speed upgrades in here. And that's because we don't produce enough power to run it at full speed. So let's look at potential power upgrades today. I'm going to start with the simplest one, and that is just take these wind generators, put them way up high, and maybe add a couple more. One downside about putting them way up high though is that now we have to get up and down. So before I go build a platform up at Y level 250, give or take, that's 200 blocks up, let's come up with a way to move between here and there. I'm thinking the RF Tools teleporter, if that's in this pack. Let's see, that is a, here we are, matter transmitter, matter receiver, and a dialing device. So, ooh, that's a lot of ender pearls. What about if I just make the porter? If I make a charge porter, that's also 4 ender pearls. I'm trying to avoid needing all these ender pearls, game. Is there an easy way to get ender pearls? Yeah, they have no recipe, which means the only way to get them is by drops. Alright, well I guess I shouldn't have slept through the night there because I need so many more ender pearls. Well, I guess for now we're going to climb a 200 block ladder to go up and down. If you listen really closely, you can hear the sound of blocks breaking. No, you can't anymore. Well, I think the digital miner was just mining right under the surface here a moment ago. Oh, there it goes. Pretty cool. Anyways, right now I'm gonna have to make another batch of steel because the energy cables take steel. I'm almost thinking maybe I need to do ore processing. Now let's make better power and then we'll do ore processing. Well, it's nighttime again, so I guess let's go once again enderman hunting. If I can get, I need like 8 ender pearls, I think bare minimum to be able to teleport one way. But if I can get 8-ish ender pearls, which seems unlikely given that I don't have looting on my sword, we can teleport up and down instead of having to run. Maybe I should prioritize trying to go to the end so I can set up an enderman farm there. Or a mob farm of any sort. Well, we'll think about that after the night's over. I have plenty on my plate as it stands now. I would have got my horse this time so I could run faster. Hopefully I don't accidentally get it killed. Oh good, they don't hit the horse, they only hit me. That's good, because it's easier for me to heal than it is the horse. Well, another night, and all I have to show for it are 2 ender pearls and 6 leather. Although the leather is for more bookshelves. I am level 30, so let's see about upgrading our bookshelf array to have enough bookshelves to do a level 30 enchant. It'll only make 4 more bookshelves, which I think is not quite enough to get us to 30. What's enchantable here? Nothing, apparently. I made a diamond sword because I want it. The enchantment I want most now is looting, I think. If I can get looting on a weapon, I can get more ender pearls. And if I can get more ender pearls, I can do the things I want to do. Well, as next couple times I go out, I'll keep trying to kill cows for leather. I could have just made a leather farm by now. But, ooh, I can make a strainer for leather. But this is the strainer that needs bait, right? Worms require worm farming? I need to farm like melons or something for that. I'll look into it later. So here's the plan. I'm going to take all our wind generators. I have the 2 I had previously, plus I made another, 7? So that's 9 total. And I'm going to put them way up in the sky. To do so, I'm going to have to build a pillar up And I'll basically the pillars to climb up, and then to come down, I'm gonna hopefully jump into that puddle of water. I have 32 levels, so I really hope that the puddle of water is deep enough so that I don't die of fall damage. I don't think you need a very deep puddle to jump, but I guess we'll find out. Anyways, this has to go all the way up at the closer to Y level 255 you are, the more power it generates. So I'm gonna probably go all the way up to 250. Well guys, I hope you're not afraid of heights, because if you are, don't look down. You can't see the ground. My puddle is down there, so let's even put a ladder on this side, just so I know which side to jump off of. Unfortunately, we don't appear to have the mod that you can hold right click on the top piece of ladder to build it down. Oh well. Let's place our wind generators down now and see how much each one produces. So we'll start right here. 191 apparently. So if I have 9, that's in total just short of 2,000. It's not half bad. I think, is it 3 blocks in between? Yeah. Alright, let's place all 9. I upgraded our cable to the tier 2 cable because I figured we might exceed the throughput of the tier 1 cable, and I believe we do. I think the limit is a per connection limit, so technically we could just connect to more sides of the energy cube. But anyways, that's 9 wind generators. I think they actually physically spin faster up here too, which is kind of cool. For 120 or 191 each, and if I do some, it's like 1,700, right? 1,700 give or take total. All right. I have a totem, so I think I cannot die. It's just a matter of, do I accidentally proc my totem? Here goes. Ah, scary. Oh, it's nighttime. I should sleep quickly. Ooh. Actually, no, I shouldn't sleep. Let's get on our horse and go hunting again. Mistakes were made. I fell through a hole, proc my totem, and now my horse is stuck down here. This is awkward. Ow. Can horses climb? No, they can't, can they? They can't climb water streams. I don't think this horse is gonna make it. Sorry, buddy. I think I'm just gonna leave you here. Good luck! Actually, no, I want your leather. Even better. And I can just teleport out of here. Alright, with my horse dead, I don't think I'm ready to go out again quite yet. So I'm just gonna sleep the night away. Didn't get any ender pearls, but I did get 3 leather. So that's something. Managed to save the saddle too. I also realized I didn't have any food, so I should cook some of that in our smoker. Anyways, going back up this thing, it's going to require a ladder now. So I'm just going to place the ladder now because I have the pieces in my inventory, and then I'll jump down again. Now that I know that jumping down won't kill me. Uh-oh. Made it up, so time to go back down. Whee! I can also just catch the ladder near the bottom if I get scared. Like that. And that way there's no chance I'm going to die. I'm not going to lose these 32 levels before I get to enchant with them. Now that we make more energy, the speed upgrades can go back in the machine. So again, the effect number here is still a lie, but it definitely makes the speed, or make the machine mine much faster. And we're getting near the end of all the ores in this area. When that happens, we're going to have to move it. And for that, we're going to need some type of item teleportation. I wonder, what is in the pack? I assume there's no ender chest. At least not a conventional ender chest. I mean, there's a vanilla one, but you can't pipe into that. Ender hopper. I guess this is the quantum entanglo teleporter, right? Or mechanism. I guess this is what we'll probably have to use when it's time to move items around. But let's hold off on that for a little bit. For now, I want to automate the processing of all of these different ores. Almost every ore, I think, can be processed into 3 ingots by putting it through a purification chamber. So let's remember, let's in fact pin the machines. A purification chamber with oxygen to turn it into clumps, and then a crusher to turn it into dirty dust, and then a energized smelter to turn it into ingots. And if we need to turn that into regular dust, then we can put it through a crusher again, I believe, which can crush ingots into dust. With our increased power too, we can put more upgrades into our various machines. So I have full upgrades in this infusing factory, and it runs so much faster than before. It's glorious. I used to wait so long on this machine, and now it's like, yep, I'm done. What's next? Pretty cool mechanism feature is that you can upgrade cables in world by right-clicking them with the next tier material. It finds as many linked cables as it can to upgrade as possible, up to 8 per. So it's the same as if you were to like break and replace them, same cost, but you don't have to break and replace them. Anyways, let's get this process started to process our ores. So let me get more of these cables, and we'll just process ores, I guess, right over here. So step 1 is the purification chamber. I guess step 0 is to get oxygen into the purification chamber, huh? So that's made by electrolyzing water. So we need an electrolytic separator. Also, you're really loud, wandering trader. I don't want to trade with you. Can you leave? Can you leave? Can you leave? Ah, look, he's gone. How convenient. Do these drop leather? Hey, they do. Hey, you drop leather. Can more of you spawn? I need more leather. Thank you. Haha! That's another bookshelf. We're getting there. I just discovered that mechanism pipes and even the pump can be waterlogged in this version of Minecraft. So they can share a block with the water, and thus you can just place a pump in a water source instead of being above it. Doesn't make a meaningful difference. Anyways, pump produces water. I need a pipe to transport it into the electrolytic separator. I know mechanism has those too. What are they called though? Mechanical pipe? Yeah, looks right to me. I really hate how the default steel here, it's the wrong one. And every time I craft anything that uses steel, I have to swap it out. Anyways, that goes into the front face here. So let's actually just turn the separator. Like that. And plug that in. This runs to produce hydrogen and oxygen. I believe hydrogen comes out this side, but I don't want it, so I'll just set to dump excess. And I do want the oxygen, so I'll keep that, and then I need a different pipe to transport gases. So many different pipes. The electrolytic separator has I just put a gas tank in here to hold some hydrogen. It's useful as fuel for the mechanism jetpack, which is probably one of the earliest forms of flight available. So it's good to have some. Anyways, it separates it, so hydrogen gets stored in the gas tank, excess gets dumped, oxygen gets piped into this in-world gas tank, which is to serve as a buffer for the purification chamber. So now if I take some ores, let's just, whoopsies, I didn't mean to throw that stack of ores. Take the ores, of course I'll pipe them in later, but for now we'll put them in manually, and I brought these upgrades for a reason. Let's apply them. So this will turn, there we go, ores into clumps. It uses some oxygen. How fast does it use it? Much faster than we produce it, huh? So let's put some speed upgrades into the electrolytic separator. There's no reason not to put 8 energy upgrades in. That just makes the machine more energy efficient at more or less no cost. I mean, besides the cost to actually make the items. It doesn't make it any faster. And in fact, it uses a lot of energy with these. Hold on, I'm going to pull these out and see how much energy it uses without them. Does it really use... It uses 160 FE. So I guess... Energy upgrades... Oh, I think in the electrolytic separators, energy upgrades don't do anything unless you have at least an equal number of speed upgrades in there. Let's apply speed upgrades one by one and find out. So, at least historically, the electrolytic separator was one machine that doubled in speed for each speed upgrade. Machines like the digital miner used to scale from 1x to 10x speed, depending on number of speed upgrades. It probably still does, if I had to guess, and the UI is just lying when it says 256. The UI doesn't lie for the electrolytic separator, though. So each speed upgrade doubles the energy usage and the speed of the machine. So I guess since I have, let's see what happens if I reduce this to match. That's the same number, right? So yeah, I guess you only need as many energy upgrades. Oh, I can pull one more. Yeah, you only need as many energy upgrades as you have speed upgrades in here. And it linearly, or it scales the speed of the machine exponentially. So each speed upgrade doubles it. And the energy per operation stays the same. So let's, whoopsies, put 3 of each. So this machine runs at 8x speed, consuming a lot of energy. And in fact, hold on. Oh, okay. Here, let's take these clumps out, grab a new stack of ore. I just want to see which machine runs faster. Is our energy oxygen amount is going up now, which means that now our electrolytic separator is faster than our purification chamber, which is what I wanted it to be. Of course, our purification chamber doesn't have speed upgrades yet, so that will change later. Anyways, next up, it needs to crush the things. So for now, I'll just borrow our crusher. Unfortunately, no, these machines can auto-eject, right? Let's see, items auto-eject on. And I want to output the right, perfect. So that goes into the crushing factory. I hear skeletons, I don't see them. And you need items input left. Aha! Let's put all these in here as well. Now, we also may as well upgrade our crushing factory to the elite tier. Or not elite, whatever red is. Advanced tier? I changed my mind about putting the machines right up against each other. I want to have buffer chests in between each, because I'm not quite sure which steps will take longer than others. Like I know the purifying step is probably faster than the crushing step, not because each operation takes longer, but each ore input, right? If we take one stack of ores that goes into the purifying step, creates 3 stacks of output. So I assume we'll need 3 times as many crushers as we will need purifiers if we want to keep everything running at full speed. So to support that, we need to have buffers in between so that we can consolidate the output of one machine into multiple machines. Anyways, the last step is to turn the dirty into ingots. So let's make a machine. Let's see, configure it like this, and also output its output to a buffer chest before we sort it into, I don't know, do we have drawers? There are no drawers, so I have to find some type of mass storage in this pack to hold a bunch of items in. I guess there's just digital storage. There's refined storage, digital storage. Let me see what else. There's mechanism bins. I think in the long term, I'm going to end up storing these ingots all in some form of digital storage from refined storage. But for now, I'm just going to set up an array of chests for it. Also, these machines are really loud, so I made some muffler upgrades to shut them up. Apparently, it takes a lot of muffler upgrades to shut them up. Apparently, the diamond chests in this pack can be double chests. I think it's just as big as a normal diamond chest used to be, except there's 2 of them. I don't know. This will hold a large number of items for now. It's not infinite, but it'll do for the time being. Anyways, this is our ore processing now, and it'll just run. Now, I suspect, yeah, our digital miner is done mining here. Oh, by the way, to move the items from the this module storage into the first step of the process, the purifying chamber, I'm just using a logistical sorter to pull out the ores. I couldn't just do all the ores because there's some, like this tungsten ore, which are processed differently. This is just blast furnace into tungsten ingots, which, well, I guess it does stuff. It makes refined storage machine casings. So I guess by extension that's useful. Anyways, this process is going to take forever to process our ores because the crusher is so slow. Maybe we'll put some speed upgrades in the crusher. I put 4 speed upgrades each in the crusher and the smelter because I think this one also needs to run, as fast as the crusher does. And it's doing its thing. A lot more ingots are now flowing into our storage. Now, a couple things next. We have to move our digital miner, but as a result, we probably want some wireless item transportation, and we need more power. Without even running the digital miner, just our ore processing is slowly draining our energy cube. The cheap and easy solution is just to add more windmills. And while technically we could add windmills, scale that up to infinite energy production, that's kind of boring. Why don't we take a look at what more is available in this pack? So there's oil stuff, but there's also Powah stuff. Let's look at the other reactors available in the Powah mod. At a glance, it looks like there's a handful of different power generators in the Powah mod. Furnators, they burn as fuels. Magmatic generators burn magma. Thermal generators are a passive generator that sits on top of hot blocks. They're basically just slightly more... I guess it's like the thermoelectric generator from... what's that mod? No. The one with the water wheels. I forget its name. Whatever. Let's see how much energy these generate, although they seem kind of boring. Unless it's a tremendous amount of energy, yeah. Basically, a basic tier 1 is approximately equivalent to a windmill. And it's probably approximately equivalent in cost. No, it's definitely way more expensive than a windmill. So that's just like a bad windmill. Let's not do that. I'm saving the best ones for last, by the way. Solar panels are, whatever. But reactors, ooh. A multi-block reactor uses uranite as uraninite as the main fuel. You need 36 reactor blocks to build it. Looks like there's a bunch of different tiers. In a 4x3 replaceable area. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it has some heat mechanics. And if we look at the reactor, the energy it produces, so the starter one's pretty bad. The basic one makes 400. You really have to get up to these higher tiers before it's better than just more windmills, right? Let's see if we can make something like the blazing tier reactor. So the casings, so the only thing here that we might have to make, or that might be difficult, are the capacitors. Crimson iron and blaze rods. We're gonna need some type of, oh, that's just the ore, right? Yeah, we have crimson iron ore. No big deal. Yeah, let's look if the other tiers might be easier to make. Amethyst and diamonds, that is easier. 500,000 RF. Or malachite and emerald. May as well look at the best one while we're at it. Nope, not happening. Alright, I think the neotic tier 1 we can pull off. So each casing makes 4 reactors, and it's at 36, right? Let's start by making these neotic crystals then. That's an amethyst and a diamond. I believe our amethysts come from the sifters, or not sifters, what are these? Strainers. So let's see how many we have. 11 there, another 5 here. That should be enough. Let me check. I changed my mind. While we do have the materials to make this reactor, this 500,000 RF using our one basic rod is going to take about like 30 minutes each, and making enough to make the capacitors for the reactor is going to take multiple hours of processing. I could make more rods or higher tier rods, but there's so much nested crafting in the Powah mod that's realistically, I think, has to wait until you have refined storage up and running. So I'm just gonna, I guess, fall back on our cheap and easy solution and make more windmills. We crafted another 11 windmills to add to our 9 that we already have. So that'll put us in, I forget, these are like 190 each, right? So it'll be like 3.8 thousand RF a tick. It's kind of like having one of those power reactors, except it doesn't consume any fuel, uses less materials, is 100% passive. It has a lot of upsides over it. I feel like those reactors need to produce significantly more power than the tooltip states. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. I don't understand the mechanics fully, but given the effort it takes to make them, they need to produce a lot more power to be worthwhile. I suppose their one advantage is they don't need to sit on Y level 250, which involves climbing a ladder for a minute to get to. Anyways, once I'm at the top of the ladder, I'm going to build out this platform a little bit more. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, I do have energy cables. Whew. Almost forgot to bring those. All right. Climbing time. The new windmills are all placed and running. And now for my favorite part. Down we go. Whee! Scares me every time. All right. Nice. Now our power buffer should start building back up again. Indeed, I think we may have drained it fully, but it's building back up again, which means we are now producing more energy than we are using passively. Although that's without the digital miner running. So when the digital miner runs, that number will definitely, our energy consumption will definitely go up a lot because it uses 800 a tick. Now is as good a chance as any to make the jetpack, I guess. This whole multiple ingots of the same type that are interchangeable, but the storage scanner not picking the right one is driving me insane. Alright, there's the basic jetpack. Looking at this, I think we can just upgrade it with a little bit of work. Can we make any of the steel blocks? Yeah. Stupid steel. The armor jetpack is just like the regular one, except it has a boatload of armor on it. I'm pretty sure that's actually more armor than the than diamond armor. Actually, let's let's sleep. I was gonna say maybe I'll go hunting tonight, but I think I'll put that off a little bit longer. Of course, it's the wrong type of bronze, so there we go. All right. Armor jetpack. Just out of curiosity, how much armor is on the diamond chest? Yeah, it has 4 more armor than the diamond chest piece. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, the reason I buffered this tank of hydrogen was for this purpose exactly. So put that down and then I can throw my chest piece in here and it loads up on it. I think it takes something like 24,000 hydrogen total. Apparently it's super slow. After what feels like an eternity, it's almost done charging. Looks like my memory's just about right, 24,000 total. So one tank holds like 1 billion refuels. You can equip it, and hey, look, I have all my armor bars. And it just lets you fly. Now, I don't think it negates fall damage. It does not. However, I believe it has a hover mode. Jeez, you're loud, jetpack. Did you have to do that to my ears? But yeah, it just has a hover mode. In hover mode, it seems to be very slow. No, no, that's disabled. All right, hold on. Loud noises. Jeez. I guess its horizontal speed maybe isn't slower. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna leave it in hover mode. Warning, loud noises. Oh, maybe its horizontal speed's about the same. Yeah, whatever. It just lets you move around a little bit faster. I swear, the mechanism jetpack used to be extremely fast. Oh well. It does consume oxygen or hydrogen, but it does it pretty slowly, so you don't have to worry about recharging it all that often. And now having flight, I think you fly up faster than you climb ladders, for what that's worth. Let's end today's episode on that note. I hope your hearing is still intact after the jetpack shenanigans. We'll come back next time and relocate our digital miner and come up with a way to magically transport its items across space and time into this buffer chest so that it can all be processed. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.